So Tiny Tina's Wonderlands just released a few weeks ago, and I honestly thought it was like a DLC for Borderlands 3, but come to find out that it's an actual game. In fact, it's like a whole game based off the DLC in Borderlands 2, the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep DLC. So technically this is like a DLC of a DLC. For a real basic rundown of the game, essentially you're in a board game like Dungeons and Dragons type beat, and Tina, who's the bunker master who pretty much controls the story, you're with Valentine and Fret, who are your companions, who helps you stop the Dragon Lord because he pretty much wants to conquer the world because, you know, he's evil. So I've beat the campaign and have at least 8 hours on the game, and from my experience, I can't think of anything bad about the game. Like, it's just really fun to me. It's just like Borderlands 3, which I like the gameplay of it is just like that. So let me just tell you why I like this game so much. First of all, I just want to say visually, a masterpiece to me. Every part of the map gives you the vibe that you are in a board game and just looks so alive. Like when you enter Bright Hoof for the first time and you enter Izzy's Fizzy's pub, or just walking on the beaches and exploring the little towns and caves in Crackmast Cove, or even just visiting the villages in Tangledrift and just looking at the giant plants in the sky. I just like how the game goes guns blazing and makes every part of the map look like it would be from a board game. So when you first start up the game, you get 6 options to choose what kind of class you want your character to be. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how to feel about this because, you know, I'm just so used to the 4 preset characters that we get in every other Borderlands game. But thinking about it now, it makes sense because, you know, it's a board game like Dungeons and Dragons, so we should be able to make our own character. And I just think that's a cool idea. Like, who doesn't want to make their own character in Borderlands? And since there's 6 classes, which is a lot to choose from, so you would think you'd have to like pick which one matches your playstyle. But later in the game, you can pick 2 classes, so if you can't pick like between 2, you can pick both of them, just you'll get one later. So I really like that, and because they did that, that makes the game so much more replayable. Like, I was just gonna replay the game just because I wanted to try other play styles, but since I can just change it whenever I want, I don't have to like restart and make a brand new character to change my play style. I can literally just switch one of the classes out, and like you can mix and match different types of play styles, and it just makes the game that much more fun. Like a melee build if you want. Like right now, it's probably not the best build, but I have a Graveborn and a Stabomancer right now. And right now I'm just going with the Stabomancer because I didn't really like the Graveborn. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. But yeah, I could just pretty much change and mix and match classes, which makes the game just that much more fun. And since there's 6 classes in the game, each class has 1 skill branch tree, so you have to be careful with which classes you pick because you can only get a total of 40 skill points and 40 hero points. Skill points is like the regular points that you put into your character's class tree, whereas hero points are the ones for like your general Fate Maker points. Like you can increase the max health you get, the critical damage you do, or like the spell cooldown. And it's just like for increasing your character's general stat. Now the actual customization in the game I think is pretty good. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's great, but it's pretty decent. Like when you're making your person at first, there's not that many options, but just by playing the game, enemies will drop certain loot where you can customize like your hair, their armor, your armor color, the banner that you want, and the statue. Like there's just so many things just by playing the game. And all the gear you unlock, you can just mix and match and pick whatever matches your style. So after you finish the first mission, the game introduces the Overworld. And I just think it's a like cool alternative to like vehicles, because there's no vehicles in the game because, well, you're on your board game. But I think it's just a really cool and interesting idea because I feel like they easily didn't have to include this. They could have just made you fast travel everywhere. Well, no, they kind of did have to because how else would you discover the new areas of the map? Like, you know what I mean? Man, you stupid bitch! There's just so much to do. It's just like you can explore so much just by being in the overworld. And I like the random encounters because it just makes you feel like more in a board game. And when you play in early in the game, they're actually helpful. Like I got some of my best loot from the random encounters early in the game than if I just try to get lucky by playing the game regularly. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there's like little lucky dices you can find all over the overworld, which will increase your luck chance, so that's extremely helpful because I was wondering why at first I couldn't find any legendaries. Like, if it was even the boss fight, I thought I would find a legendary, but I didn't, and I was wondering why for the longest time. But I found out that the more you find these lucky dices, it increases your luck. So that's one of the reasons why the overworld is so important now, because it has all these lucky dices, which increases your luck. So finally, the last reason why I like this game so much is because I like the side quests. I feel like some of the side quests just have that classic Borderlands humor. And I know a lot of people might not like it. They might think it's cringe or whatever. But to me, I like Borderlands humor. Like one of the side missions, for example, there's this lady who wants you to get rid of a bunch of goblins in her garden. And so when you take them out, for some reason, your character collects their teeth. And she asks you at the end, did you take out the goblins? And you give her the goblin's teeth. Like, that's funny to me. Like, I know that might sound weird, but that's just funny to me. I mad butchered the side quest, but it's just one of those things that you just have to see for yourself. Or like when you help this guy in Crackmass Cove, and it's like a detective case thing. You gotta solve this dude, Rude Alex's murder. And there's this part where you sabotage a potion, and you put like this chemical X thingy in it, right? And your character asks what was inside it, and Rude Alex responds with one of the most controversial things I ever heard in my life, and he says,
"Tell me, Rude Alex, what is this ruinous ingredient? Hair gel?"
It's a pirate's secret. Although, they didn't shove a hook in my brain, so I guess I can tell you. It's pineapple. Add to anything, instantly ruined.
Like, to most people, that's probably not funny, but to me, that's just funny for no reason. So that's pretty much my, review of TinyTina's Wonderlands so far. I would want to make more videos about it later in the future. Like, I don't know, maybe my favorite side quests or characters in the game, right? Yeah, so far, I'm really having a good time playing this game. And I'm just so happy that I picked it up, because lately all the games I've been playing haven't done me any good. Like Battlefield, I'm never talking about that game again. Halo, there's a reason why I'm not making videos on it right now. So I'm just really happy that one of the games released this year are actually good. Probably as good as Elden Ring. I haven't played Elden Ring, but I heard it's a good game, so I might try it out. But yeah, I'm just happy that I picked up this game, because it's been a while since I played a decent game. So yeah, I think if you're on the fence about this game, I really would recommend playing it. I just really enjoyed the game a lot, and it's just another an RPG game that's just super fun. So yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, then like it, and if you dislike it, then press dislike, because that'll at least give me an idea whether or not if the video was good or bad. And if you could tell me what I could work on, that'd be much appreciated. So yeah, I'ma dip out.